And this is the official visit to the Toyota headquarters, where we're going to see everything we saw yesterday. I think we're going to see the Toyota bike, the electric one. We're going to see the blue TRD trucks. Hello, hey, something, hello. We're going to see the Lexus ones, the RC.
The EQS, which looks like last year's Toyota Crown.
The arrival at Toyota North America. Their headquarters are here.
First of all, look at what we have here. A lot of chargers positioned outside. We just saw the Lexus presentation. Now we're at a dinner with the culinary master.
World-renowned by Lexus.
And each dish comes with a specific wine selected by him.
One very important thing, the chief executive officer of Toyota is here, everyone is here, and well, we're going to eat and drink, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. The president of communications for North America of Coyote Lexus spoke first about the tariffs. Are they currently in standby mode? Are you waiting to see what happens? No. But the most important thing he said is that this is not sustainable.
But look, he made it clear that there needs to be a fair exchange. And that's what they're negotiating right now. That's why he's in standby mode.
Let's see, what do you think about tariffs?
The truth is that
I agree, they're not sustainable. I mean, it's an agreement to bring both parties to the negotiation. That's what I've heard, right? But honestly, it does seem hard for this to last forever. At some point, something has to change.
The interesting thing is what the guy from Toyota said today. I think that instead of talking to the journalists, he was sending a message to the United States government, to Trump's administration, saying stop messing around because you're going to sink this industry, because it's very delicate. And with these tariffs, even at 25%, this can't be sustained. There will be a price increase starting next month. And he said, let's see, how do we move forward? But they're sending the message that this has to change. 25% across the board doesn't work.
But the 25% is for those who don't negotiate with the United States. Whatever is 0 and 0 is going to work. Negotiation is so that it works, so that it's equal. You charge me 10, I charge you 10. You charge me 1, I charge you 1.
Didn't you notice something interesting? He said that they produce 80% of the vehicles they sell in the United States, in North America. But North America is not just the United States, they're also producing in Mexico, right? And in Canada? And in Canada? So I think they're also calling for at least Canada and Mexico not to be charged a tariff. Because that would free Toyota a lot.
And he said that there is a loss. I don't remember the exact figure, but I think it's $2.3 billion lost because of the tariffs. No company can withstand that.
Well, many already, including the Indian market, which is huge, took away 0-0.
With the United States, England already had an important agreement. And the others are falling. The one that's falling now is going to be China, which is the one that needs to fall. It's going to be the same now for everyone, exactly the same now for everyone.
And there won't be any tariffs.
When you say equal to equal, what do you mean? China doesn't put tariffs on the United States.
But China steals all the technology, and they don't let people sue over there, right?
Yes, but it's not. I mean, that thing about the United States government is forcing China's hand. That's not true at all. China is the one forcing their hand. And the government had to back down. Because otherwise, no. I mean, with that, the 135% will sink the global economy. But China keeps moving forward. So, you can't scare China?
Right now, India told Trump, the products that China doesn't make for you, we'll make them for you.
China has had nothing to do with establishing that industry, but it doesn't matter, does it? The guy from Toyota said the same thing. This industry isn't like making pancakes, where today we do it here and tomorrow we do it somewhere else. This takes years of structure and planning. It was also interesting that a Chinese executive was asked, "Are you willing to lose 15% of the global market, which is the United States?" And he said, China has 5,000 years of history. For most of those 5,000 years, the United States didn't exist, so we're going to survive without any problem.
The thing is, China and the United States are now talking seriously, and business is going to be fairer than before.
It was never fair because the leftist presidents we had here never negotiated fairly.
The United States doesn't have the production capacity that China has. In China, remember, there are more than 1.3 billion people. In the United States, we are 300 million. There isn't enough capacity for production, raw materials, or labor. And on top of that, they're deporting those who work. So, who's going to do the job? Nobody.
Listen to this. I'm going to say it very seriously. Many factories already left before Trump. They left China for Vietnam. For other markets, they already left China.
So China needs it, and it's not the United States.
It's almost half of what China exports. The United States is half of what China exports. So let's see. I say that the negotiation will be settled in the coming months, and it will be fair, because right now it's not fair at all.
And the Chinese companies that steal all the technology and all the American inventions will have to answer for it, because right now you can't sue anyone, and that's wrong.
You say it wasn't fair, but everyone was happy, and now nobody is happy.
Of course, nobody's happy. Nobody on the left is happy. No, nobody. Do you understand? I'm happy too. Not really.
The company that makes car mats called WeatherTech, look, they set up here in Chicago. The company is here. They started selling and selling and selling.
At one point, WeatherTech mats showed up in Temo, which they never sent to China with the name WeatherTech. And they couldn't sue.
That's what needs to stop. Javier, that's highway robbery.
Very well.
We're going to keep tasting wines and desserts, so you can see that the conversation will keep getting better.
The dessert is paired with a rosé. It's nice and fresh. It's very cold.
I said I wasn't going to eat dessert, but well, to finish the video properly, I'm going to have a little bit of dessert.
Well, it's the second day here at the Toyota headquarters.
As you can see, the building is impressive, and yesterday I had the chance to walk around all the secret places where they don't let us record.
Honestly, they've done an amazing job here. Well, here they have all the BZ cars, for example. The new one, because it's not called that anymore.
They took the name away 4 times because people thought it was too complicated. I don't know why they did that. But I think they're going to have an expert show us around here in front of a couple of cars, and we'll see what else comes up here.
I want to show you. This is the Tundra with a generator of
Hydrogen in the back. And that hydrogen generator, look, it's actually powering where the electric cars are going to be charged.
Tell me if that's not something really redundant.
I mean, electric cars need to get electricity from somewhere.
So, the Tundra i4 Max. They put a hydrogen generator in the back to charge all these electric cars we have here. What do you think?
I mean, is the whole electric car thing still such a big deal? I don't know. It doesn't make sense because you have to get the charge from somewhere. What does this say?
Look, Javier.
This is a hydrogen truck that's powering the electric ones.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
No, but it's hydrogen.
But still, I mean, this could be, it doesn't make sense. It's a very redundant thing.
There you have the hydrogen engines, the one from Mirai, which is smaller, and there's one from a truck.
But now let's take a look inside at the first generation of the recreational activity vehicle 4 so you can see the old and the new. Let's see which one you like more. And walk past Tom Cruise's car, which was designed by Steven Spielberg. Again, there you have it.
For the movie Minority Report.
1996.
The first recreational activity vehicle 4 that came out on the market was a 4-cylinder with a 2.0 engine and 120 horsepower.
The 4-speed automatic transmission got 22 miles per gallon.
In the city, 27. On the highway, off-road, all-wheel drive okay was introduced as a concept in 89, and it wasn't until 96 that they released the first one.
And that's why I wanted to include it in this video about the new Rafford to see the big
difference. How the world has changed, how the design has changed, how absolutely everything has changed.
He says it was a resounding sales success from the very first time it came out, becoming the best-selling mid-size sport utility vehicle in the United States. I don't know about other parts of the world, but in the United States, definitely yes. Let's take a little walk around to see. Wow, it looks
Completely different. Nothing like it is now. Nothing like it.
Next exercise. Oh my god, it has nothing to do with the seats nowadays. How uncomfortable. Wow.
Tremendous. Do you feel hot?
The change has been dramatic to improve our lives.
As for the car, wow, it's amazing, but well, it's basically very expensive.
Do you see that now cars, half of the components, aren't even car parts? They're entertainment things they've added that have nothing to do with the car.
That's why Jeff Bezos' sleigh is going to be so interesting. You press it like this to go up and down like this. I wouldn't mind having a new car today where I have to roll the window up and down. I think that's great.
If we look here at the interior, I really do like all the analog clocks a lot.
The buttons are real buttons, including the volume button.
There we have the lighter, which now... Nobody has lighters here, there's no USB, nothing like that, but that's all there is. Let me sit physically at the steering wheel and look, there are the keys. Wow, I'm not going to start it, but there are the keys.
It already had the first edition, speakers in the doors.
Here inside as well.
The seats aren't the most comfortable. The seats in modern cars from India, to be fair, are super ergonomic and comfortable.
The positions, everything else.
A real handbrake lever, I'm not kidding, that came later. Very, very good, well.
I wanted to show them to you, and it was a good opportunity since I'm here at this location where they have them the first and the last. And now I'm going to show you a Tundra, because the Tundras nowadays should be like this one. 8 cylinders, 5.7 liters. But this one was involved in the California fires of 2018 where everything was burned. This was part of that, this truck, 361 horsepower. The truth is that the fire destroyed, from what I can see here, a bit of the lights, the whole lower part, the paint. But even with all that, she kept rolling. She was able to take the people who needed to be at the hospital to the hospital, and wow. The fire was devastating. What I'm going to show you now is called the Toyota Jumper. With this, you drive, jump, and fly. It's a concept that's totally different, but super interesting. I've never seen it. I'm going to look for pictures if they have any. Of this flying and jumping. Wow, that's really interesting. It's like a jumping drone, a kangaroo, everything.
I'm here in the Toyota lot, where all the models are.
This is the Land Cruiser rocks, which I've already filmed. I think I filmed it in Los Angeles and showed it to you. They got in front of me in the video.
And alright, well they have it here now with no one who can get in front of me or anything.
The truth is that it's wonderful, because what it has is that it has many parts that are specially made to make it look monstrous, to protect it.
This is a Land Cruiser that makes you say, wow, from the steel plate it has underneath to everything else, the recovery hooks. It's a real beast, you know, I could say it looks beautiful. I would love to have one of these, of course I would. Who wouldn't want it?
Here behind me, we have what they call mobility scooters. This isn't available in the United States yet.
There is a very large elderly population in Japan. The one that goes standing up goes at 10 kilometers per hour.
Per hour, that's it. The one where you sit can go at 6 kilometers per hour. The one where you stand costs $2,000. The one where you sit costs $3,000. And well, that's why they have it here for demonstration. I think it's very slow. even if you're an older person, because it goes very slow. I went around here and it feels like it doesn't move. But well, he says that people who have back problems, it has sensors in the front to brake or to stop by itself.
Let's see. I have many other scooters that are incredible. You've seen them, but well, that's what they have here at Toyota.
Well, I'm done here at Toyota. They're taking me to the airport. We're heading to Milwaukee. Milwaukee is the racetrack where there are more than 40 cars. I'm going to see if I pick 5 or 6 to record tomorrow, and I'll tell you more. So, from Dallas, see you.